What's up, guys? Ross here from Consolidata, and I want to show you how our new agents work. So if you look over here under AI bots, you click down here, you'll see AI agents, you'll see hybrid agents. So in here, what you're going to do is you're not going to worry about creating a text bot or a voice bot. You're just going to create an agent, and it'll handle both. And it shares contextual data between the two. So I'm just going to walk you through these, and then I'll show you one that's already created. So here, you'll choose your text, your voice, then you can choose your models here. So this is where you're choosing this. You fill out this information. This here is all pretty standard stuff. But then for communication, your inbound and your outbound greeting, we now detect whether or not you called them or they're calling you. And so that's how you're going to be able to set up that greeting to make sure that if they're calling you, it would be, hey, this is Ross from Consolidata. How can I help? But if it's an outbound, hey, this is Ross from Consolidata. I saw that you just filled out our form. Do you got a minute? So your greeting might be different. Then when you get to your questions here, you could say, for instance, find out, I don't know why I have all my caps on, find out their credit score. You can do whatever, but these are objectives. And basically, as you do this, it's going to create that flow. Pro tip over here, if you put personality traits, you can say, always empathetically respond to their last answer before asking the next question, and then it'll say something nice in between each one of these questions. So then all you do is you choose from down here. So I'm going to put, this is the custom field I want it to map to. So this is showing credit score. By the way, it also, when you import something from Go High Level, it also imports all the custom fields, which is nice. Now, let's just say this is a disqualification question, like, hey, we can't help anyone under 620. I'm going to click this little box here and say, if they are under 620, we cannot help them. And then I'll put this message, I'm sorry, due to your lower score, we cannot help you. Have a nice day. Boom. Save. So then you would ask your questions, and then we're going to move on to the next one. So now you could add an action. So for instance, the action could be end a call if after you read a disqualification message. Boom, you can save that action. Now this is saved. Voice configuration. We're going to be spicing this up a little bit because right now you can't really listen to them. You don't really know what that sounds like. It's almost like trial by error. If you look at our old ones, it had names and icons. That'll get fixed here this upcoming week. Then you're going to choose a phone number. You need to make sure that it's available. This one's available. You can see these ones are all in use. So you do that. You create your agent. Bada bing, bada boom. Now your agent is created. So I'll take a look at this one. He didn't really give specifics, but you can call that one and it'll, have a conversation with it. He just said your job is to book appointments. I don't even think he said what the appointments were for, but I'll show you it anyways. 6426.
Hello, how can I assist you today?
I'd like to book an appointment.
Great. Could you please provide me with your name and contact details so I can assist you further?
My name is Ross Christofoli. Anyways, you get the point. But now I could also do this. I could also say, you know what? I'm going to text that number. And I'll go in here and I'll just send them a text. And I'll say, hey. Now, this phone number is not A2P verified yet. I'm actually working on getting my account A2P verified in here. So it's not going to allow me to fully demonstrate that. But if I go into the conversations here, you can actually see that my message came in that says, hey, and then you can see the bot replied, hello, how can I assist you today? The problem is that you can see this question mark here. Since Twilio is not actually sending messages out yet, it's not actually getting delivered. Now, let me show you something else. How does this work with, say, for instance, pipelines? How do I make it to where I can send, for instance, a pipeline to a bot? Well, since this one has like no one in it, I'm just going to go here and I'm going to click bot. And then for the bot, I'll go text bot. And then I'm going to put here Chavez test and hit save. So now that this here is saved, you can see, and I'll name this bot outreach. I can hit this, and now this lead, when I drop this into here, will now get sent in to that AI bot. Now let's just take a look here. I think because it's got a pre-existing conversation, you're not going to see it. You're not going to see it do much because there's a pre-existing conversation going on here. But that's how you send leads into a new bot. And actually, I don't even know if I have. Yeah, I do have a phone number attached to that. That's how you would send it into. Have a bot do the outreach and send the message for you. And if you want it to be a phone call, then what you would do is just change this to voice bot, hit save, and then when that lead enters into that pipeline stage, it'll do a phone call, and then you'll be able to answer that. Let me got my phone on do not disturb. But anyways, hopefully you guys love what we got going on here. We got a lot of updates. In fact, we got a whole Trello board here of bugs and updates and things that we're working on fixing. So bear with us because this thing's about to get really, really cool.